Hi, folks. Brother Martins here in Hawaii, speaking about our Religion 200, the Eternal Family class, and especially the activities or the assignments you're going to have in this coming week, starting on May 4th, on Monday, May 4th. Hopefully, you will now have been able to find all the assignments, all the on Canvas, how everything is set up, and especially with the email message I sent you last week, outlining the kind of activities you could expect every week. And I intend to continue sending those messages weekly just to remind you. And but I'd like to explain a little bit about some of the topics that you are already and will continue reading in this course. Right at the beginning of the course, we have three topics here: one on the priesthood, one on divine potential, and the third one on plan of happiness. These are the titles you're going to find in the reading assignment pages. These three topics may be very well known to a number of you, especially if you have been a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints long enough. I just want to call your attention to the significance of these topics. They provide a doctrinal foundation for everything else we're going to study this semester in this course. Do not be fooled by the simplicity of the doctrines, especially the doctrine on divine potential and plan of happiness. There are a lot of questions about doctrines regarding the family and the eternity of the family, for which we don't have currently available revelations on the subject, but that can be given sufficient answers for the time being, even though incomplete answers, because of these truths provided in these doctrines: divine potential, our divine potential, and our Heavenly Father's plan of happiness, the plan of salvation, or plan of happiness, as the prophet Alma the Younger in the Book of Mormon called it. Do not be fooled by the simplicity. These doctrines, even though very simple, easily understood even by little children, they provide a very solid foundation with potential implications that go far into eternity. Now, I also want to call your attention to the doctrine of the priesthood. I know that last week you had a lot of materials to read. You had the reading assignments, you had my paper on the doctrine of the priesthood and gender issues. You had also a video, of almost an hour-long video on my insights on the priesthood. Perhaps that was the week in which you had the heaviest, if you will, load of assignments. You'll probably also notice that my paper and my video are not part of those questions for review. I'm not going to ask you any questions in the quizzes or the exams about the materials you had or the insights I shared in my paper and in my video lecture. I also would like to invite you to take the time to read that paper and watch that lecture on video. Even though I'm not going to be asking you questions about it, they are going to be still very important to your education. The quizzes, the exams are more for your schooling. But these materials, these additional materials, are for your education. And I hope you take the time to take a look at them carefully. I'm here in one of the bedrooms in my home, and this is where I have set up a little home office while we are under these restrictions because of the coronavirus. But There is something here in these walls that gives me a great deal of pleasure to show you and to relate these things to what I'm trying to convey to you. You see, on this wall here, you have pictures of my parents on the day of their wedding and my grandparents. And we are connected by priesthood because my grandparents passed away, most of them, before my parents and I even joined the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, before we had a temple available in Brazil. But we are still connected by priesthood because temple ordinances were performed on behalf of all those. You see, of these people that you have on this wall here, okay, you have 6 individuals there. 5 of them are already deceased, my father and all my grandparents. But all the sealings were performed for my grandparents vicariously, and my parents were sealed, and I was sealed to them in 1978, at the end of 1978. These sealings and the doctrine surrounding these sealings is very profound. We're talking about a whole lot more than just a ceremony. We're talking about matters that defy mortal comprehension. The establishment of future kingdoms, of future royal houses named after your families, both on your parents' side and your in-laws' side, and then royal houses named after you and your spouse. This is what we're talking about. Royal houses established by priesthood in the eternal worlds, in resurrected, immortal, glorified spheres. So that's why I am encouraging you to really take a close look at these materials that I'm sharing with you, even though you're not going to be tested on them. It's going to be good for you for many years to come and into eternity. And then, once you have done that, please, by all means, get in touch with me, either via email or you can set up a time with me. We can schedule a time on Zoom and we can have a face-to-face conversation about these things. Remember, your questions are very welcome. Your concerns are welcome. Your doubts are welcome. So feel free to get in touch with me. I am your teacher. Sure, we're separated. I wish we could be in the classroom together. But even though we're not, I'm still your teacher, and I will be delighted to guide you in this great journey of discovery of things that you may have known in part, and hopefully you will know them in a broader and deeper sense during this spring semester. May the Lord bless you and your loved ones, and once again, get in touch with me whenever you need. I'll talk to you some other time. Bye.